Wow. Happy 4th, everybody. I'm in the middle of a conversation with Izzy about some very intriguing subject matter. That's not why I'm late. I'm not blaming Izzy at all. I slept in and was feeling quite exhausted and had to get some fill-in caffeine, yada, yada, yada. But here I am. Good morning, YouTube. You're on the lifeboat. This is Captain Calhoun speaking. How is everyone? Happy 4th. I'm hoping that the Tucson Burner Group will accept my application before too long today, so maybe I can get involved in something nearby. But Phoenix is a little too far out of the way, I have to say. They accepted my application promptly, the overall Arizona group that I applied to. So we'll see. I'd like to go be a little chummy with some buddies or something, you know? Kathy Ogram, Robin Miners. I like your new thumbnail, Robin. Deaudrey Gore, hello. Brazy Girl, what's going on? The queen herself, Jason P. Brianna Miller, Lynn Sanity, what's going on, everyone? Sandy Wandy, Millie the Dandelion, hello. Wow, lots of people showing up this morning. Aaron, always a pleasure. Aaron Z. Jennifer Folsom, hello. The Seventh Son, Steve-O, Scooby Lee. Hey, friends, Dirty Mouse. Jennifer Folsom, oh, I said that already. It's okay, you're special, you get two. Ann Hummingbird, hello. Good morning, everyone. How is everybody? Puka Vista. Jill Anderson. Jane Aldrich. Heck yeah, guys. Laminated 33 four-leaf clovers on Monday. Wow. I'll be walking today and dishing out the 33. 33 equals sacrifice, so I'm sharing my joy with others. How sweet, Jill. Thank you for doing that. That's pretty cool. I like that. I was walking home the other day and a really large feather was just right in my path. I thought that was like a sign from on high or something. I don't know exactly what that means, but I thought it was pretty cool. It was a cool moment. It was a very cool moment. I was just sharing that with Izzy. She was giving me some insight. Tina Marie, what's going on? Wow. I guess you guys had a lot of time to hang out before I got here, huh? That makes a lot of sense. Shannon Smith. Do we block out the fireworks? I mean, I wish I could. I don't know exactly what you mean by that. I mean, like mentally, I try to. It's kind of hard. I don't really like fireworks. The explosions and the air pressure in my ears and the whole thing. Really, I'm not a big fan of it. It looks very visually stunning. If I can get over the sound, and it's mostly the sound, and like I guess the concussion, the explosions. Not a big fan of that. If I can get over that, if I could put like earplugs in or something, I could enjoy it. But I would much rather X, Y, Z, ABC, LMNOP. I'd rather a bunch of stuff than fireworks, to be honest. Personally, I'd rather watch a parade, honestly. Also, maybe I will come to Phoenix and hang out. I'd like to. We'll see. I'm pretty tired today. That's quite the trip too. So without my own vehicular device, it might be a little out of reach. But it is cool to dream. And by this time next year, I won't have these sort of restrictions. We're just getting started. You know, we're just getting the foundation built here. Things are picking up. We're at 20K. The Admiral took his birthday off, which I'm super proud of him for that. Yeah, that's awesome. He deserves it. Sarah Graham, hello. I don't love the big booms, but the sulfury smell, love. You know, I'm not opposed to the sulfury smell either. I am not opposed to the sulfury smell either. I kind of like the smell of gunpowder, which is strange, but I guess we're in the same boat, huh, Sarah? Happy 4th, Roberta. Make a cup of tea and watch a good movie. I promise. I finished Andor last night, and I finished Ahsoka yesterday morning, so gonna need to pick something good. I still have about 50 episodes of One Piece before I'm finished, or I shouldn't say finished. It's never done. It's not going to be done for like 5 years, I hear, but until I'm caught up at least with the dub. I know that the non-dub is past that, but it's hard for me to read and enjoy the show at the same time. There's a lot going on each panel. They're all hand drawn, so I try to get it without subtitles so I can just listen and watch. Poor dog, Dirty Mouse. Let's get some ones up for Dirty Mouse's dog. And I feel like there's someone else that I need to be keeping in my thoughts and my prayers. Let's get some ones up for Christy and her family. And also let's get some ones up for Carol. I know that she has come out and said, okay, that's right. I guess she's on a, doing an, like an inpatient, outpatient, something program, which is great. So she's taking a little break, but let's put some ones up for all of them, for Christy, her family, for Dirty Mouse and her pup, and for also for Plant Freak and for Carol. Hey, Carol, I see you there. I swear I just saw Carol. No, it's impossible. She's out program right now. Anyways, it was probably just her name that I saw. Bow, bow, bow. How do you guys celebrate the 4th up in Canada? Is there anything that happens on this date? Please hold. Mile High Hokey, what's going on? Has anyone in here seen Andor? It was so sad. My buddy told me it was sad. He told me he cried. And that made me like, oh, I wonder if I'm ready to cry today. It didn't make me cry, but it was so sad. It was so very sad. Had to take your dog to camp for the 4th, Anne. Probably better that way, right? Been vomiting in my journal several days. The thoughts come like a fire hose sometimes. I tell you what, that's a good thing, though. It's a good thing. If you weren't writing them down, where would those thoughts go? They would just kind of swirl up, right? Swirl up into a tornado. This is the power of the journaling. One of the powers. Getting all that stuff laid out on a piece of paper, right? How's it been going for you, Jennifer? After you're done, how do you feel? Like with just a session of journaling. No, not up in Canada, huh? Interesting. You guys just had a Canada Day on the 1st. Okay. I'm learning. Eden Grace, hello. Welcome in. Conversations with Christy, yo. I wonder what I sound like on 1.5 times speed. I'm pretty quick as it is sometimes. Yeah, that's how I was feeling too, Jennifer. I can't do sad right now. It wasn't that. I mean, it was sad, but for some reason it didn't really hit me. I had a whole lot on my mind yesterday. Christy and I had some conversations. Imagine that. And quite powerful. And I ended up expending all of my energy doing that. So hence why I was a little tired this morning, I think. In Mexico, our July 4th is on September 15th. Interesting. Did you guys know that south of the equator, I'm sure some of y'all live south of the equator, but did you guys know that when it's summer north of the equator, it's winter south of the equator? Isn't that weird? It's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that has to do with the position of the sun. If I'm not mistaken, it's just simple science. Tommy Bird. What's going on, brother? Jimena, hey. Wow, so many friends here today. So much to read through. I actually have zero plan today. We can look at my notes, but I don't think that there's anything worth talking about. I guess we could do resentment. I didn't really do that at all yesterday. We just talked about my dad instead. We could. You guys want to do resentment? What do you think? Should we? Or should we just fart around this morning? What do you think? I'll leave it up to you guys. I don't care either way. We're capable of both routes very efficiently, I think. My friends in Argentina are freezing right now. I have always wanted to go to South America. I bet you it is so stunningly beautiful. I've always wanted to go to Chile. I don't know why. Oh, I do know why. And maybe I'm getting it wrong, but I'm pretty sure Chile has snowboarding, or at least mountains with snow. Let's see. Let's look at some geography while we figure this out. Yeah, totally. I forget what mountain range that is, but I want that. I want that in my life. Santiago. It means whale's private parts. Anyways, it's not what it means. Down for farting around, says Aaron. So I've been doing an intensive meditation class to work on my self-esteem and depression. It's meditating and journaling. It's only 3 days in and I'm feeling a little better. I tell you what, that's so cool, Dirty Mouse. I'm very curious to hear how it continues to go. Please hold. I'm sorry. My timing sometimes is impeccable, and sometimes it's like, you could have planned that better, dude. Because we were having this great conversation, and then I just hit the live button because I was late, and I kind of bailed on Izzy. So, and she has bad reception where she's at. She's not going to be able to join us, but I feel bad. I was really enjoying that conversation as well. So hopefully we can get back to it later. It's actually the tilt of the Earth, says Tommy Bird, in relation to the sun. The side tilted more towards the sun experiences summer is all. Well, that makes sense. That's science, eh? I have someone really intrinsic in my journey was born in Uruguay. My friend that I met in the homeless shelter when I was 18, Mark. He was born in Uruguay and adopted by parents in, I believe, Wheaton, Illinois, or something like that. It was a very interesting cat. Shout out to Mark. Love that guy. Been a very long time. We haven't spoken in probably over almost 10 years, maybe. But our paths diverged pretty hard, and our history was quite colorful. So I can see, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's fine. I wish him the best. He was doing really good last time I seen him. So the Andes, that's right. Matrix Rabbit, what's going on? My psychiatrist reduced my medication for depression because I was feeling a lot better. Turns out I had to move it back up. I'm having crisis lately. I thought I was getting better. You know, sometimes we get like better and then it pushes back a little bit and then we get a little bit better and it pushes back a little bit. It's not necessarily always a linear path. And these sorts of things like emotions and crisis and trauma come in waves. If you've ever, I'm not saying you should, but if you've ever experienced MDMA, like true MDMA, it comes in waves, and it's totally just like that. Emotions, trauma, growth, all of these things kind of ebb and flow with, I don't want to say with the moon, but with ourselves somehow. So I wouldn't chalk it up, Jimena, to you not getting better. It's just a part of the progress and the process, I think. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Jimena. I hope that whatever crisis you're having resolves. We could put ones up for so many people today. I'm just going to put more ones up for anyone that needs them, because picking and choosing isn't really, I mean, these ones are for everyone. I think your channel name is just your name, Ben Bacon Bits. If I were to click on your name, not from this screen, but from the YouTube screen, it would probably take me to your homepage. It was great conversations, Christy, wasn't it? Speaking of, Christy, have you made like an announcement about like what's going on with your channel moving forward? I don't want to break the news or whatever if like it hasn't been broken, you know? What's going on with Matrix? I just saw Attaboy. What's going on, Body Illusion? Going to casino today for some fun. That's right, Attaboy. Do some roulette for me, man. Put something on black for me. You just double or you lose it with that. So it's not like the craziest bet, but it's always fun. I like the little ball and the spinny wheel. And I like saying out loud, all on black. Not necessarily the best way to gamble, but it's fun. Well, if you need any help with that, Ben, let me know. Willing to throw some support. Thanks, Jason P. You are the man. Yeah, guys. I haven't seen Tara in a while. I guess she started a new job. I know she was live, I think either yesterday or the day before. I seen it with my own eyes. I should reach out and see how she's doing. We haven't spoken in a while. Does anyone have any 4th of July plans this morning? Or not this morning, but today? Anything you'd like to share? Something we could talk about? Yeah, same with grief, Brianna Miller. That's right. You know, life really isn't very linear. We like straight lines, I think, as humans, but like it's hard for me to walk a straight line when I'm dead sober. You know, it's just straight lines are not my thing. I'm definitely a bobber and a weaver, dancer and a prancer. Positive forward movement. That's right, body illusion. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We missed another one of my sobriety milestones. How many months is that? Let's see. Wish I could see the bigger view. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, I'm almost a year and a half next month. Next month's a year and a half, y'all. I'm a year of 5 months right now. Let's go. Off crack cocaine and alcohol. I guess off everything, but you know, those are the ones that we're actually actively abstaining from. Those are the problem substances for Michael. What's keeping you in the house, Scooby? I'll tell you what's keeping me in the house. It's friggin' hot out there, and I don't really have a place to go, and I don't have means to get there if I did. So I guess there could be plenty of reasons why we're stuck in the house, but not good. Not good. I definitely get stir crazy in here. Sometimes I have to just walk down to the store. Chilling the heck out, says Puka Vista. That's one of my favorite things to do. I tell you what, I moved my couch like, I don't know, 5 feet forward. So there's like a gap like this big between the wall and the back of the couch because this tiny screen is what I watch TV on. So if I sit on the couch, it's kind of hard to see unless I'm watching cartoons. I might move it closer. I don't know. If I had like a beanbag chair or something, that would probably be ideal for that situation. But I also could just get a real TV or a bigger monitor. I don't know. Physically impossible for me to walk a straight line. I don't know if it's physically impossible for me, but I don't think that there's a whole lot of value in straight lines. You know, Ann? Sassy Savage, good morning. Needed some good vibes this morning, so came here. Son was robbed at gunpoint the other night. Good Lord. Kind of put me in a negative place. Well, Sassy, I'm really sorry to hear that. Is your son all right? I mean, I guess if he wasn't all right, you would have led with that, right? I'm glad that I'm glad it was just a robbery, right? Obviously, we don't celebrate robberies or whatever, but I'm very grateful that that's all that happened. You know what I mean? I'm glad you're here, Sassy. We are just going to fart around this morning, I think. We're just going to have some positive vibes. Maybe we'll find some fun trivia. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Still behind, Spanx is really sounding like a chipmunk. Yeah, I am speeding up my voice. I tell you what. Jennifer Folsom, I love this boat. You all make a difference in my life. Thank you. Wow, Jennifer. Thanks for saying that. That really makes me feel good. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I didn't know that I needed to do good works to feel fulfilled with my life. And since I've started doing the boat, and since I've started actively choosing how much to be involved, which is an interesting concept, I'll return to that, actively choosing how much I get involved. My life has been enriched in ways I can't even describe to you. So many ways. Things I probably haven't even realized yet. But it's been really good. So hearing stuff like that is really cool, Jennifer. Thank you. Debbie P. And also, I'm glad that we're making a difference in your life. That's what really matters. That's what we're doing it for. Flick Fox, good morning. Jen Otnine Hobbs, hello. Scooby Lee, member for 13 months. Wow, I love that number. Christy was doing a tarot reading for me yesterday, and she asked me what number I chose between 1 and 78, I believe, and I chose 13. And that was the beginning of a beautiful reading about love. I have to say. Wait till she shows up, guys. It's going to be wild. Such a life hack. Helping others is my key to sanity. I tell you what, service has served me Like being of service to others has served me more than almost anything, I feel like. It was definitely the linchpin of my sobriety the first 2 times around, and I'm definitely doing service in a whole another light in a whole different way now. Um, so yeah, I would have to agree with you. Jen Needs has been journaling and uncovering a lot. I now feel I need to go into nature to reground and restart. That's probably I like to call a gut feeling, and we follow those. Your intuition knows what you need, whatever you want to call it. But when I have those feelings, I now feel I need to go into nature to reground and restart. That's exactly what I need. Charlie Mullins. Wow, what's going on, dude? It has been a while. Good to see you. Glad you're here. You can tell Charlie Mullins has been around since the beginning because he knows everyone here. That's freaking awesome. What are you doing today, Ben? You got any plans? And I talked to Mr. Ray Ray yesterday. I'll reach out to him, but I don't. Has anyone else seen Mr. Ray Ray lately? I can share the news of your channel. Okay. Christy told me moving forward, she's going to be doing a lot more spiritual stuff. And she phrased it to me in the way like less lifeboaty topics. But I think that that's wonderful because I'm very spiritual. I don't feel like that's a topic that I can fully explore on this channel because I don't want to change the whole vibe up. It's just, it doesn't work like that. I can't do that, right? It doesn't feel right. So if you are looking for a little more of a spiritual take on things, if you're looking for, tarot, shadow work, I'm still probably going to do a thing on shadow work, but Christy is going to be doing a lot more spiritual content coming up, and I would like to refer y'all there to get your spiritual fix because she is great. Let me tell you. I'm not going to share what we spoke about yesterday because it's very personal to me. But she's killer. Love Christy. I would highly recommend you guys go check that out. I can't wait. She's going to send me a little sketchy, so I might even guest spot on some of these, but which would be a real treat because then I can explore these things and I don't have to be on my channel. So I think that's pretty cool. What do you guys think about that, huh? I wanted to go up to Tucson today, but probably just doing the Needing a Meeting at the same time Carol's was, then maybe local fireworks. Okay. I forget you're just like a little bit down the road, huh? Not necessarily in Tucson, but right around the corner. Christy is very knowledgeable, Ben. I agree. The name of Christy's channel is Conversations with Christy. CWC? CWC. In fact, I think most of our channels are just our names, unless we've named it something different. Yeah, Dirty Mouse. That's what I'm talking about. It's just it's hard for me to talk about it here. But I'm really into it. I didn't realize until yesterday or I shouldn't say that. I didn't realize until my Salt Lake trip how much I had been missing this stuff in my life because these are things I used to discuss with my friends, my hippie friends, constantly, all the time, daily even maybe. It was definitely a regular outlet for me. And when I moved here, that all went away immediately. So that being said, I didn't realize that I was missing that. Thank you. Shout out to Christy. Thanks for helping me with all that. Helping me figure that out. We'll be starting July 15th. Sweet. Butter Roll Boutique. Hello, hello, hello. I like that name. I'm a big fan of butter rolls. Rolls with butter. I have not been to Sedona yet, Brianna. I have been to the Tucson Mountain National Forest, National Park, National whatever, and the Saguaro National Forest, which are both fields of cactuses as far as I'm concerned. Really cool. 12-foot, 10-foot cacti. But I hear Sedona is beautiful. I would love to go. Just not something I've done quite yet. Christy says soul work, shadow work, intention, archetypes, astrology, and all kinds of cool stuff. Please come over and hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. certainly makes a difference. I wonder how far Sedona is. What YouTube streaming software programs do people use? There's StreamYard, there's Restream, and there's something else that I forget about. I heard that StreamYard has a night mode or whatever now, where it'll turn the white screen not white. I have not checked that out. That's why I stopped using it. It was hurting my eyes. And honestly, I think the functionality of StreamYard is better, but the layout and like the way things look in Restream is better. I think they should get together and just kind of pool their strengths, in my opinion. I think that would be pretty neat. I definitely want to go to Sedona and get some outdoor stuff in. What's spiritual in Sedona? Just the wildlands, the outdoorsy stuff. Is there like ancient dwellings, or what do you mean, Brianna? Flick Fox says, personally, I don't see why we can't explore those kinds of things here. It's all about learning and self-discovery, right? And I will. My style is to throw a little bit of bait out and see if I can catch anything before I reel it in, right? So I will test the waters. I'm going to do, like I said, shadow work and ADHD. ADHD is not spiritual, but the shadow work is very spiritual. So we will see how it goes. But what it comes down to is, I think a lot of the audience that we've built here is largely not spiritual. I know that I'm not speaking for everyone here, but my dad's not very spiritual, right? He's religious. So, I know that's not something we talk about on this channel, but regardless, I think that the energy itself, as I live for now, is probably referring to something else, but it's perfect for what I'm saying. The energy itself translates. So I think that most of the audiences, and maybe I'm wrong. Like I am just assuming I might be making an ASS out of you and me, but we'll see. I promise, Flick. We'll give it a go. It just comes down to me making that show. I find that it's intimidating for me and harder for me to make shows about topics that I know are going to be like deep and heavy for me. Like ADHD is going to be a very self-discovery sort of. It's going to be a heavy show for me. The shadow work also is going to be a very heavy show. Jimena asks, what is shadow work? Zelda Z, what's going on? Excuse me. Spanx, Sedona is about 330 miles from Tucson. Well, that's not the closest thing in the world, A7th. Good morning, Becky USA. Bell Rock is said to be a vortex. I like that. Salt Lake City is totally a vortex. There's something about that town. Okay, I was answering what is shadow work. So the work we do on ourselves, honestly, we do shadow work here. You just don't realize it. When you're journaling, when you're eliminating limiting beliefs, when you're sifting through your soul and peeling the onion and trying to figure out why I do this and why I do that and how I can move forward in a different way and live a better life, that's shadow work. Shadow work, and Christy can probably say this more succinct than I can, but I'm going to try anyways. Shadow work is the work we do with our shadows, and our shadows are just a reflection of our highest self, of our best self, right? Which is the life we want to live, right? Our ideal life is our best self. So your shadow is just a reflection of that, if that makes sense. And not necessarily exactly the same, but more equal and opposite, right? Shadow work is learning to understand and heal that side of you that is darker, says Christy. That side you might not like. It's helpful to heal so that you are more balanced. It's very healing and very deep. Mo Love, happy 4th. Yeah, I'm glad you're looking forward to it, Puka. I'm stoked to do it for all of us. It is a topic that I've been meaning to do and will benefit me largely. It's just a little intimidating because I have it pretty bad. Got it pretty bad. Woohoo! What's up, Admiral? I should probably put my hat on, huh? It is an official day. It is an official day today. What are your plans today, Cap? Admiral? Pop? Dad? Lurking means watching and not speaking. That's the Admiral, Dirty Mouse. I said it. Putting him on blast. I probably shouldn't. But love that guy. I miss him. He's coming home in like 7 days, in about a week. Pretty stoked on that. Although he might need to move into my house, and I might need to go take care of Mama Scoville because they drive each other nuts. She would drive me nuts too, but I don't think I'll strangle her, you know? I don't think he'll strangle her either, but we think about it. That's not funny. I think it's funny, but it's not really funny. I read substance abuse is more prevalent in people with ADHD. You know, I also kind of feel like really intelligent people have like substance abuse issues too. I feel like I don't know. There's a lot of weird correlations. Love you too, Admiral. Where's Tommy Bird at? Tommy Bird. Tommy Bird. I consider myself a spiritual person, but in a different way. Not knocking anyone's spiritual beliefs, but for me personally, all astrology and tarot cards are forbidden to me by the scriptures. Word. And that is exactly what I was talking about before. I'm not intending to change the vibe. I'm not intending to. That's why, if y'all want to do stuff like that, if y'all are into that kind of thing, I'll send you over to Conversations with Christy, because we cannot alienate our crew. Hey, Tommy, I got your back, brother. Thanks for sharing that. I needed you to share this. I'm really glad that you did. I didn't have the words. I was trying. Jeremy Fowler, happy 4th. No sorries, Mo Love. If it wasn't okay, I would have just deleted it. You're good. It's all gravy. Be yourself. We accept you. And I'm glad you're here, Mo. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a little while. Basting, not blasting. You basting some turkey? Turkey basting? All right, guys. I don't have a whole lot to say now. I'm super drained. I guess I do know why that is. I probably need to do some grounding and recharging. It wasn't the wisest move to jump into a bunch of shadow work yesterday, but it was the time. It was the time. And I do have time on my hands to rest and recharge. So keep your fingers crossed. That Tucson burner group hits me back so I can go do some dancing tonight. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful 4th. I hope you guys all enjoy your day very much. Wow, Debbie P, that's wild. It's like a horror story. Doctor to doctor to doctor, I get different diagnoses, and it freaks me out. It's like, y'all are all supposed to be doctors. Y'all are all experts. What's going on? Your ineptitude is going to kill me. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. It's a scary thought. It is a scary, scary thought. Maybe we'll do trivia this evening, Brianna. I could just pull some stuff up, but it'll be haphazard and it won't be as good. So, but I will say, if we were to do trivia this evening, what topics would you want to do trivia on? Becky USA says, hey, Spanx, what kind of dancing? That would be fire dancing, ideally, but I'll settle for just shaking my butt to some music. Anna Banana, yo, yo, yo. Yeah, I appreciate that about you, Tommy Bird. I always just respectfully let people know things that and answer any questions of me they may have. But I'll never disrespect someone for their beliefs. Love you all in this boat. Much love, Tommy. Happy 4th, dude, to you and yours. And I hope everyone's well over on your side of the world, which is in my country, but whatever. Anyways, I'm sending you my best, and you and yours. Hot dog or sandwich? I guess it depends on the day and the kind of sandwich and the kind of hot dog. Yeah, I guess we can do a Q&A. If you guys have some questions, I'll kick back and answer questions. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure there must be some burning questions after all the content that I've done, and I don't really answer a ton of questions as far as like, I mean, I do interact and talk to y'all, but I don't think I have been like, hey, if you guys have any questions for me, go ahead. Wow, I almost spilled all of that on me. So yeah, if y'all have some questions, I'm really into it. I'm down. Have a good day, Matrix Rabbit. Boom, 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 boom. Current pain doctor is a lying jerk. He lied for months about me needing surgery until recently, and now this. Really down. Wow, that's terrible, Debbie. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's get some ones up for Debbie P as well. I hope you can find a doctor that you can trust and have a relationship with. You know what I mean? Like a productive patient-doctor relationship. I know, right, Aaron Z? I was just thinking that. I was like, well, I guess I will go about my day then, huh? Spin the wheel and have someone else answer. What wheel are we spinning? Fight a chicken or a blind turkey? I'm not sure I want to fight either. I would destroy both easily. Joseph Burbo, what's going on? Happy 4th, dude. Welcome in. How are you finding yourself adjusting to being the captain, and has it changed for you from when you started? Absolutely. Yes and yes and yes. I like being the captain. It is a huge lifestyle change, but that was the idea. You know what I mean? Like that was totally the point. It is serving the purpose that it originally was set out for, right? Like I'm living a better life. I'm doing good works, and I'm staying sober, right? So the adjustment has been a little rough, but welcome and wonderful. Definitely rewarding now, and how it's changed since I started. I mean, it's just more comfortable now. When I first started, it was breakneck pace, and I am chilling. Hard. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I'm working hard. I'm working my butt off, but it no longer is a stressor. Now it's the exact opposite of a stressor. Now it's like it's service. It's a recharge. It's work of the soul. You know, work of the heart, and I love it. So the change from when I started is amazing. Happy 4th, Joseph. What's going on? Well, there is a birds aren't real movement. Did you know that, Mo Love? I don't think being captain's definitely helping with my sobriety, Dirty Mouse. Oh, I create the wheel and just pick a name. Interesting. Interesting. I would have to make a wheel out of the names of people that showed up at the beginning. Like we would start the live and I would make a wheel real quick. Except I don't have a wheel to spin. So I guess I would have to spend some time creating the wheel and then like we can put magnets or I don't know, something like that. It's a lot of work for a little trivia. Thank you for asking that, Dirty Mouse. I like the doctor I saw last Friday, but he only takes one of my insurances. He did recommend a couple surgeons to check out. Interesting. Bless America. can't handle it, dude. Interesting, Jimena. Interesting. For the wheel? Is that what you're talking about? 20 years, Joseph? Dude. One day. I'm about a year and a half in. That's really cool, dude. I think that's amazing. 20 years, dude. One day I'll be that cool. When my mom got 10 years clean off heroin, I was like, oh my gosh, she made it. I mean, I'm like 6 months clean off heroin, whatever. Getting clean, period, was a miracle. But the fact that she's like 15 plus years now is like just blows my mind. And my dad's like 7 something. He's like 7 years, right? Wasn't that the deal? Anyways, it's mind blowing. 20 years, I can't fathom. You've been doing some hard work for a long time, and I recognize. Thanks for sharing that, dude. That's what we call experience, strength, and hope, right there. I like that. Have a good day, Jill. Send Reese my best. You think she could just wait until I finish, but it's okay. Some people just don't think about stuff, or maybe they don't care. I don't know. I think she cares, but I don't think she thought about that at all. Cinderella's glass slipper. Happy 4th. What's going on? Zarina Courtney Al Marmot. Permission granted. Please join us. One day at a time, baby. 15 years. Wow, dude. I'm glad you're here. You're lucky to be alive. I mean, you already know that, but man, that's so cool. An embarrassing story. I've performed naked in front of people, fire dancing in front of thousands of people. It's really hard for me to tell an embarrassing story. It's hard for me to get embarrassed. I dated a girl once. We were out to lunch or dinner or something at, I think it was a wing place, like nothing special. We were at like Buffalo Wild Wings or something. And she was throwing a fit and people were looking and it was so embarrassing. I tried to resolve and I don't know. Yeah, I tried to resolve the situation, but she was not in a mood to do anything but act up. So I left her there. And that's my embarrassing story. I'm embarrassed that I walked out and left her there. I'm also very embarrassed about how I allowed her to treat me. That's what my ego says, how I allowed her to treat me. I don't know if that's real or not, but the way that I was being treated didn't feel good. And I definitely felt shame and embarrassment at the time. So I left her there. I walked out of the restaurant. That same girl, it took me a while to learn my lesson with her. She would come and stay the night, and then like as we're going to bed, like as the lights are going off, start throwing a fit. And I one time had to tell her to get out of my house, and she didn't want to, and that became a big fight. Not physically or anything, but I was screaming at her. I was like, "You need to get out of my house." Blah blah blah. Really glad I'm not with that girl anymore. But she did not know. She had like this switch that would flip, and there was no way to turn it off. She would just go ballistic sometimes, and I can't have that in my life. I'm not stable. At the time, I was definitely not stable enough for that. So she was like, I don't have my glasses. I can't drive in the dark. I was like, well, go sleep in your friggin' car then. I can't have you sleeping in here acting like that, obviously, right? You got 2 choices, calm it down or get out. Anyways, embarrassed that I say those words and carry that energy at a time. But what can you do? It's in the past, It's over and done with. No point in swirling those emotions up. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And she's probably doing great. I actually, I've seen her a few times since then, randomly, not like speaking to her, but small Lake City. She would walk by as I'm on another date with someone else on an outside patio. I thought that was pretty funny. I would bump into her now and again. No, the whole point of that body illusion was that it's hard to embarrass me. Like I have no shame. Like I will show it all. You know what I mean? In that context, it's be really easy to take this out of context, but it's okay. I think you get what I mean. Most people don't see this as freeing, though, for sure. I lit my foot on fire too. I was so nervous the first time I did this. It was okay. I did try telling her to calm down. I'm not like a crazy 0 to 100 person. We definitely, I know it sounds like that in the story, but we worked up to it. She was 0 to 100, and I'd be like, whoa, what do you know? Please stop doing this. But again, it's hard to really do the situation justice without you being there. I mean, it was pretty wild. Pretty wild. Have a great day, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Much love to you and yours. Thank you, Sarina. I appreciate that. You know, your name is so interesting to me. I've always felt this undeniable and inexplicable connection to the last Tsar of Russia, Nikolai II. And I have started to explore that a little bit in actuality, and it's been quite rewarding. And your name always reminds me of that. And I thank you for that. 35 years off cocaine. Good Lord, Jill, that is so long. Good for you. Wow. Poof. Look at this. Bah, bah, bah. Mama Bear, happy Independence Day. Welcome in. Go back and explain why you were nakedness with fire. Okay, so there was Lily Benjamin. Good morning. There was I want to call it a festival, a retreat, an event, quite unlike what I guess you guys haven't seen a whole lot of it yet because I haven't posted any of those videos. But quite unlike the thing I just went to, much more low key, kind of in the woods at a cabin, and I forget what it was called. It was called, put these guys on blast. It was called something to do with the moon, La Luna. I don't know. I only went to this festival once because Lucy and I had I had such a bad experience with Lucy at this festival. I never went back. Just left such a bad taste in my mouth. But me and my two buds, so there was a little fire performance going on, organized by someone that we knew at this retreat at this cabin, kind of in the woods. Right, there's this big, beautiful backyard kind of deal, and we generally fire dance to celebrate these sort of events, right? And I remember, I don't know why I was attached to this idea, but I wanted to spin naked. I was like, I want to spin naked in front of all these people. And I was like, I don't want to do it alone. James, Alex, will y'all do this with me? And they were both down. We went out and schwanged on them for sure. And I have to say, it was very scary. It was the crowd favorite. They lost their friggin' minds. They were just screaming and hooting and hollering, and people were fainting. People weren't fainting, but everything else. It was just so riotous. It was amazing. And I had my big long staff, and I like lit my wicks, and I started with just like a regular rotation this way, and it kind of bumped my ankle. I was so nervous. I like wasn't really paying very much attention. I was just trying to calm my heart rate as I was dancing. But that slow start bumping my ankle, I like kind of went down and smacked it to try and put it out, but I didn't give it enough attention because I was so nervous and like focused and trying to like do my thing. I smacked it like 2 or 3 times and like didn't verify that it was out. So it kind of burned for like 3-4 seconds, and I eventually smothered it and just kind of went on with my performance. But man, if I hadn't burnt my little ankle, it would have been the schwangiest performance of all time. It was pretty great. In fact, they talked about it for years to come. I kept hearing about it. Every time this event would happen and I didn't go, people would tell me about the naked dance that me and my boys did. And right after that, so that was like kind of the boys thing. The girls had a fashion show planned immediately after that. And this cabin has a huge like loft, like vaulted ceiling, like front, like center room, just way too big. And there's this like kind of spiral staircase that kind of comes down and lands right in the center. And they had this fashion show coming down the stairs. And I think that word must have got out about the naked fire show because half of these girls were naked as well. It was quite a lively event. It was quite a lively event, and it was the coolest fashion show I've ever witnessed for sure. I've been a part of a couple fashion shows, and I'm quite fond of those memories as well. But this was definitely one of a kind experience event. And I'm I wish I could get over the energy that Lucy and I created there. Maybe it's for the best. No, no, not at all. It was quite cold, so we were all on short duty, so to speak. I do have a big long staff. You guys want to see? I think it's in this closet. It's about as long as my Mercedes-Benz snowboard, like up to my nose, a little longer than my nose. This is such a unique staff too. I've never seen one like it. I ordered it from someone on Etsy. Shout out to Ariaza Fire Lion. Super dope staff. When I bought it, it was a dragon staff, which is the other one with the spokes that rolls down my arms, down my body. And I didn't like the way that it moved, so I cut the spokes off of it and just made it a regular staff. It's amazing now. It's one of a kind. No one has anything like it. And I love it. I can't put it down. I can't give it away. It's mine. I call her magic. Everyone calls her magic. Yeah, being sober, like, yeah, exactly. Aaron Z, I'd like to take this opportunity. We're not an anti-addiction channel. Pardon me. We are not an anti-drug channel. We are an anti-addiction channel. And I'm not going to tell you how to run your program. I'm just going to share my experience with you, maybe some knowledge that I have. But I'm not going to judge anybody for whatever. Like, I think sick people should be here. I'm not going to get rid of anybody for any sort of abuse. Pardon me, substance abuse. You know what I'm saying? Because those people need to be here. And you get to choose your own program. I don't choose your program. If you're living a better life, we're really big on harm reduction, man. If you're living a better life than you were, that's a win. That's a win. If you're taking a bong rip and you used to slam dope, like boom, like that's a huge difference. That's a huge trade up, in my opinion. Am I wrong? It's funny. I start saying that, I instantly lose like 3 people. It's okay though. Like that's an unpopular opinion. I'm in the business of spreading love and hope, saving lives. Okay, we don't need complete abstinence to do better. And often complete abstinence, especially for people that are really, really down there at the bottom of the well, dude, like it's a huge jump. It's unrealistic to think that I can just go from being 15 years deep into dope to just be sober. Like that's amazing. And kudos to those that have done that, right? That's amazing. But that's a monumental task. That is a huge shift. Not everybody can do that. And I am for doing what we can. I'm not celebrating drug use. I'm celebrating successes. I'm celebrating progress. Welcome back, Mo Love. Have a great day, Christy. And you know, I'm glad that came up. Absolutely. Zarina Courtney, I appreciate that. I am quite the nerd myself. No, you're not banned. I just timed you out. The questions were a little overwhelming and were distracting me. So I turned them off. I like it when you're here. I couldn't handle the questions. All credit to higher power. Let's go, Joseph. Let's go. No, you're good, Mo Love. I sometimes don't know what to do, so I just do what I can. You know what I mean? I hope, please don't take it personally. I love you. I'm glad you're here. Happy 4th, Amy Perino. What's going on? What is going on? I will say that being on the boat helped me when I relapsed with my eating disorder. I found that my behavior, hiding, lying, and the control is similar to lots of others here. Interesting. I'm super glad that we've helped you, Christy. I'm very grateful to have made your acquaintance. I think that you enrich my life. I'm glad to know that I enrich yours. I have a hard time banning people that I build rapport with, Mo. You know what I mean? I don't want to feel like I'm taking away. I want to feel like I'm giving. You know what I mean? And I like you a lot. I don't, yeah. No big deal. No big deal. If I've missed your comment, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. It happens. It happens, you know? Show us a clip, if you have one, of a fire dance you performed with clothing. Have you seen the one on my Spanx Calhoun channel? I wish I had something more recent. Let's see. Let's see what I got here. I'm going to try a couple things. Do a little screen share. Do a little Mike Miller. Boop, 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 boop. The first thing I want to grow for my indoor garden, probably some sort of peppers. Something spicy. I lit my lawn on fire this day. Wow. Is there audio on this? Probably don't want to get demonetized though. That's not me dancing. That's just me starting. I have a lot of still frames here. That was one of my favorite performances of all time for sure. I like this one too. I only have a 6-pack when I'm on fire, allegedly. That's how it used to be. I've been working out a lot though. I would play this one, but I'm not a big fan of it. This is a whip in slow motion. Woo! I haven't done that in a long time. It still gets me going. Wow. This is my first burn ever, element 11. And this little symbol was burning in the embers. And it just struck me. I thought it was the coolest little photo. I don't know what this was, this little marking, but it's burning so cool. I saved that forever. And then this is a performance we did at Burning Man. That's my buddy Taj on the right. Taji, it's my spirit brother, my sword duet guy. And then we've got Spike in the middle, breathing a phoenix fireball on our stabs to light them. Look at my face and his face. We're like, it's getting on our faces. Wow. This is me and Mike way back in the day. That's one of my favorite photos for sure. That was like one of the first photos we ever had taken of us, or of me at least. Lucy took this. Shout out to Lucy. And then I used to have photos of Lucy and I on here. I must have deleted them. I took a nail in the neck at work. I quit that job a couple days later. Nail gun. Nail gun. We can do this one too. Forget who took that. Bailey, I believe. Bailey Ann. Interesting girl. Never quite felt right. Our friendship. I feel like this is probably the most footage I have, but I'm not stoked on it at all. My hair is like burnt to a crisp. And I don't really do a whole lot, but it's okay. It's a good cut. Shout out to Lucy for making this cut. This was all done at Burning Man. It never looks as good as I'm watching. It feels better in the moment. She picked the most outrageous song. Good Lord. That's also probably why I don't like it. All right, that's all we get for today. I'm going to try and find a photo of Lucy and I. And then I'm going to call it. What do you guys think of all that, huh? Yeah, no offense taken. Y'all tell me what you think. It's all good. I'm not going to judge you. I think it's the coolest thing ever. Man, I really wish I had. I wonder. The photos of Lucy and I are breathtaking. And whenever I see her dance, it just reminds me of all the potential that we had and wasted. It's okay, though. I wish her the best. I wish her the best. Let's see. Photos of me. We're gonna do something here. You guys want to see me and some beautiful pups? This is Princess Marie. Oh, I miss her. She's passed. She's the sweetest thing. Rest in power, little princess. And then this is Sharky. Love that little guy. That was my bud. Miss him a lot. He's still with us, I believe. What else we got here? There are some photos of Lucy and I on here. I know there are. Wow, there's photos of me on fire with suspenders, shirtless, and a bow tie. Where's the photos of Lucy and I? What the heck? I saw them like 2 days ago, I swear. So unfortunate. My photos, maybe? Ooh. Winner chicken dinner. Which one's better? They're the same. This is not the photo I was looking for. That's her laying on my back. She's completely off the ground. I'm supporting her with my back. And then we would do this thing where I would walk forward and she would kind of like, it was the coolest thing. We called it the creature. That was what we called that. Creature. Super dope. Super mega dope. There's one of us like super intimate. Hold on. That's not the one I was looking for, but that means we're right down the street from it. We're very close. I'd be so sad if sometimes I get like frustrated with my emotions and I'll delete stuff. That may be what has happened here because I'm not seeing it now. I'm not seeing it at all, which is such a bummer. Such a great photo. It's one of those where we're like face to face and there's fire. So there's like, you can see the reflection of the fire and we're just like looking into each other's souls. It's the most pretty, beautiful picture of all time. And I guess I'll leave you guys with one final thing. And that's Jim and M. So wrong, so right. I'm so bummed I can't find that photo. I'm gonna check one more folder, guys. Just one more. Which one should it be? Not that one. Okay, one more. Just one more. I swear. Maybe it's in the cover photos. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen these photos in so long. Holy crap. I need to get rid of some of this. It's not very representative of the captain of the boat sometimes. Good Lord. Okay, I'm giving up. If I find it, I'll show you guys another time, okay? I'm not going to spend the rest of my time searching for that. That being said, happy 4th, everybody. Had surgery reversed this year? Reversed a year later. Aaron Z. deep brain stimulation for the treatment of anorexia. And while I didn't reap the benefits like others did, it was definitely the catalyst that helped me get better. Wow. Well, I'm glad you are in upward trajectory, Aaron. That's all we can ask for, right? As long as we're headed into greener pastures, greener and greener, that's all we can ask for. And, again, the path is probably not going to be linear. We're going to divert. We're going to fall a little bit. We're going to get up. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to have made your acquaintance, Aaron. Quacks 1978. Happy 4th. Happy 4th. Murdered. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Mama Bear. Princess Marie died in her sleep, I think. Or we might have had her euthanized. I can't remember. She was getting real sad at the end. I would have to ask Bunny what had happened. But yeah, rest in power to all our puppers out there. Rest in peace. I'm telling Crafty, you're so funny, Brazy. Lol. What's going on, Cricket? Welcome in, welcome in. Bless you, Crochet. Let's get some ones for Mary Jones' aunt. She's in the hospital, a lot of pain, has something blocked within her liver, dealing with stage 4 liver and lung cancer. Oh, my Lord. All right, guys, hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a difference, and I love you guys. You guys are the best crew a captain could ask for. I tell you what. I know I say that all the time, but it's because it's true, and I feel like I just need to thank you guys all the time. It makes me feel better when I thank you. So, yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. And it's the 4th, maybe a little bit of celebration, a little bit of pie, maybe a little bit of putting your feet up and leaving them there is in order today. You all deserve it. You're all working hard. We're working hard, right? Let's enjoy the fruits of our labor a little today. What do you say, huh? Don't forget to secure all your puppers before tonight, says Brianna Miller. Thank you for that. We're putting ones up for Mary Jones' aunt. Lol. Yeah. American accents are funny, huh? You have the accent. I don't have the accent. All right, guys. We'll catch you this evening. Much love, all right?